Alright, alright. How's everyone doing today? Good morning, good morning. If you're in the US, good evening, good evening. We are back. Let's get into our pre-trade routine. July 22nd today. Good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold. Rich and poor have this in common. The Lord is the maker of them all. The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. Humility is the fear of the Lord. Its wages are riches and honor and life. In the paths of the wicked are snares and pitfalls, but those who would preserve their lives stay far from them. Start children off in the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. Whoever sows injustice reaps calamity, and the rod they wield in fury will be broken. The generous will themselves be blessed, for they share their food with the poor. Drive out the mocker, and out goes strife. Quarrels and insults are ended. One who loves a pure heart and who speaks with grace will have the king for a friend. The eyes of the Lord keep watch over knowledge, but he frustrates the words of the unfaithful. The sluggard says, "There's a lion outside, I'll be killed in the public square." The mouth of an adulterous woman is a deep pit. A man who is under the Lord's wrath falls into it. Folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive it far away. One who oppresses the poor to increase his wealth, and one who gives gifts to the rich, both come to poverty. Pay attention and turn your ear to the sayings of the wise. Apply your heart to what I teach, for it is pleasing when you keep them in your heart and have all of them ready on your lips, so that your trust may be in the Lord. I teach you today, even you. Have I not written 30 sayings for you, sounds of counsel and knowledge, teaching you to be honest and to speak the truth, so that you bring back truthful reports to those you serve. Do not exploit the poor because they are poor, and do not crush the needy in court, for the Lord will take up their case and will exact life for life. Do not make friends with a hot-tempered person. Do not associate with one easily angered, or you may learn their ways and get yourself ensnared. Do not be the one who shakes hands in pledge or puts up security for debts. If you lack the means to pay, your very bed will be snatched from under you. Do not move an ancient boundary stone set up by your ancestors. If you see someone skilled in their work, they will serve before kings. They will not serve before officials of low rank. You got a new day, new time on the charts. Please help me to be profitable. Please help me to make disciplined decisions. Please lead me, and pray for everyone else watching as well to have a great day ahead. Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right. Pre-trade routine done. Excuse my stiff leader. So a bit of an update. Yesterday wasn't too great of a day. Let me switch my internet as well now before it becomes a problem down the track. We just switch connections. Hopefully the stream doesn't go crazy. Let me just ensure we're streaming this whole time. Bear with me. Yo, what's up, Dom? How you doing, man? Nice balance. Thanks. Let me just try and reconnect. Hold up. So clearly you can see my screen, which is good. I'm just going to switch internet. Just bear with me. Okay. Hopefully that hasn't changed. Dom, if you're still in here, can you let me know whether like everything's good? Just let that do its thing. Hopefully we're okay. Fingers crossed. Hopefully everything's still good. Hopefully you guys can still see everything that's going on. can just post like a Y or something just to say, yes, everything's good. I can see you, I can hear you. It give me a lot more assurance that everything's sweet here. That's cool. So basically, where are we? So we have got an eligible account as we drop below our lowest limit here. This account that was at 52, we were hoping to pass it yesterday, but no bueno. That's okay. We've got another opportunity today. Let's try and hit 1.5. We've hit 1.5k on both of these accounts, so looking okay on that side of things. Still just trying to see our studio, trying to make sure that everything's good. And I think we should be okay. I'm gonna assume we're fine and just run with it. Just run with it. Cool. So we'll do our levels. We've got 9 minutes to go today. So what a day yesterday, man. Pushed crazily. I'm just trying to find where Monday's high was. So we took Monday's high. Now with weekly profiles, we should push for these lows, especially Monday's lows. I didn't realize that we actually took Monday's low. No, we didn't. On Tuesday. Let me see, we did. No, we didn't. We didn't. That's all still on Monday. And Tuesday, we've opened up and pushed higher. So we've taken our Monday's high. We've hit previous week value area low right now. So I have a feeling now is where we're going to start the move to the downside. I'm going to wait until we see that. I'm expecting a big gap down when this open. We'll just double check news, anything that's happened sort of overnight. Ryan vows a powerful strike if the US hits nuclear sites. Okay. I mean, expansion of war in the region. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, so that made this pretty clear. If any of their sites are hit, they're going to escalate pretty heavy. Approves use of UK bases for some US strikes on Iran. Interesting. Okay. It's all happening. It's all happening, guys. So, yeah, I have a feeling we are going to be spilling to the downside here for sure. Almost like semi-guaranteed. But I just don't want to marry the bias, right? I need to make sure that we are doing the correct thing. But nice. We've come to this previous week value area low. It looks like we've had a lot of sell orders in this candle right here. So people that were long, looks like a lot of people have got out in this spot right here. So it would be very interesting to see how we react today. Let me just blow my nose real quick. I'll be right back. All right. Cool. Let's do these levels from yesterday. Let's update the control levels. So previous day value area high. We could actually spill back up. So as we've seen the past few days, like the initial move right off the open, 8 times out of 10 is just going to be a bit of a Judas, and then the full move. So we saw this yesterday, obviously, as we opened up, so it spilled to the downside, and then the rest of the day we just pushed way back to the upside. So that was yesterday, literally along here, and you would have focused on all of that move. The Asia is typically a really, really good time if you just want to put like 1 or 2 macros on. have a long stop and just let it run. But typically, if we see like a big gap down or a lot of orders coming in right off the open, we typically won't reverse from that. So that's what I'm expecting to see. We're either going to like gap up a little bit, we'll push up into this pocket right in here again, and then look to spill to the downside, or we're just going to gap from the open and just push. So wherever the momentum is where we're going to be. I would love to see a push back up into this region, especially with 3 minute on this previous day value area high. Would look to tap into here again and then sell off from there. Let's check the daily. Again, we've respected this SIBI on a daily time frame. Haven't closed above. There is still actually a little bit of a gap above us here. But ultimately, the next few weeks / months, I think, could be crazy coming up. And I've been saying this for a while. I think just with Trump, and it's just been a super tough market where you can just see how sort of jagged it is. Like, we're just not accepting that we are going to spill. But yeah, I'm pretty confident. We'll move to the downside here. So I'll just put these levels on my Top Step account now. So 29332.25 for the VAH. 332. Beautiful, right on the money. Previous day point of control is at 29166. It's good enough. And value area low 29095. Perfect, good enough. And so we're just looking to take partials at these key areas. I'm looking to hopefully just do our doubling method. I found that's worked the absolute best. Starting with 1 micro, doubling it up once price is moving in our direction. And it just gives me a lot more ability to stop second guessing. Like a lot of the times if I'm going in with big size, I want to make sure that I'm right. And so I'm like hesitating, and then I'll get a bad entry. And if I just like go on with my gut, it'd be fine. But also, if you go with your gut and it goes against you and you got a lot of size, well, you're done for the day. You pretty much got one shot, which, yeah, in this game, you just need to stay alive. That's the main thing. Stay alive and you can capitalize. Also been tracking, it seems like when I pray, when I read my Bible, typically when I meditate as well, I don't think I'll have enough time today. 2-minute meditation. And when I have coffee, I've noticed if I have coffee, like my win rate increases. But if I have like energy drinks, my win rate is terrible. So that's interesting to note. It's waiting here, guys. Market's gonna be open in the next minute. Take some deep breaths just to calm the nervous system. Don't want to be in fight or flight as this market opens. Nice. Even that alone, like even just going for a few seconds there, I feel so much more calm. So, nice. I'm excited. Excited for the next 30 seconds to get this show on the road. See where the gap up, gap down. 10 seconds to go here, guys. Let's get it. All right, gap up, push up into this region about here. We can get there. You just invert straight through this, that'll be pretty telling as well. So we've opened the gap, we've gone to fill the gap immediately, which is never a good sign for a push to the upside. Especially if we start closing below here, should see. I just want to see where the momentum is. We see orders coming in and sellers really want to floor this, then let's jump in. Could still push back. So again, just remembering the Judah. So the first initial move, this typically sucks people in. So, oh, people are selling, let's go short, and then there's rebounds. People switch to go long. They're like, okay, we're going long, and then it dumps back to the downside again. Just faking people out left, right, and center. And again, if we are going to push to the downside and we see some displacement, then we're in short. Just following the market, letting the market tell us where to go. Not a whole lot of volume, yeah. So I just need to. I'm noticing now, like yesterday's example where we had not much volume, not much movement, and I'm still trying to, especially putting big size on, is just never a good idea. But once you can see that displacement, once you can see people actually being involved, then like jump in with your size. Until you see that, just keep sitting on your hands. Interesting open here. Not much to report, so we're just gonna chill out, take it easy for a bit. Alright, cool. Just waiting to see if we just flood straight past this, we're in for short. But expecting again, buyers to get involved at some point, push this up a little bit higher. We got previous day value area high and the weekly value area low right here. Okay, look. Could be spilling. I love this 30-second as well. Such a good time frame, man. Okay, looks like we might want to break through here. Still way too indecisive. We need some like clear, solid notice. There we go. Glad we didn't jump in. I'm just checking out a little bit risky here. I'm just checking out some messages for work. But again, like we've got nothing really that we're seeing here. We're kind of just in limbo mode here, but still holding this, haven't had a closure. So we're waiting for this M2 here. If we get a nice closure here, it's looking decent for shorts. We could just spill from here, to be honest. Just waiting for this last 10 seconds. The temptation to just jump in with like big size. I just caught myself feeling that as well. Like, oh, it's looking good. Just enter with 5 macros, but let's be wise. So I like that we're closing below here. Stop, $50 risk. We are spilling down here. It actually does look likely we could go in with some pretty big size here. It stops just at this high. I'm just looking for a spill past sort of these lows. We could just still wick these equal lows and then bounce back to the upside. So ideally we need to see a closure below here. That's what we're waiting for. If we get that, I think we're going with pretty big size here. Again, aiming for 1.5 for this account. Nice to have a little bit of a buffer now, so even if we do hit max loss of 1,000, we're still going to be at least 2,000 in the clear. Push down, just going to adjust risk as we go. Again, it could just be a sweep here. These lows, like we've seen so many times, right? Spill down, suck people in short, and it sweeps, pushes back to the upside with buyers, get in for a short here, and then it actually runs. So being careful, keeping the risk low for now. VWAP tap. Not too much going on volume wise either. Very slow morning as per usual. Typically Monday and Friday are the best times to trade this open period. I find that there's just so much movement on those days. From Tuesday to Thursday. Thursday sometimes can be pretty good. I think Thursday's my best day for trading. And Tuesday's my worst, which is why, interesting, yesterday took the losses on a lot of accounts. So interesting. Typically Wednesday's good if I can come in like anytime post like 8 p.m. So like actual kill zone for Asia is pretty good, and for the rest of the day, London's usually pretty good for Wednesday, like midweek. Yeah, let's wait and see. Super slow morning, no real direction. My finger on the trigger ready in case we see like some crazy big sell off to the downside. Oil is already up on the day. We're still pumping with oil, which is great. I think this is a really good indication of like where we're at with the wall. Took out this liquidity, resting right here. Took out this low, bounce back. We've inverted this gap now. I think oil can go all the way back to these highs, which is so scary. Scary. Y'all can probably not hear me, but I was just saying that oil is not looking too good. Alright, looks like we want to make a push to the downside here. Again, we just need this closure below this yellow line. Till we see that, I'm not interested in adding any more in. Very dead open here. A super dead open. Okay, there's a 4-hour busy resting right here. Love to see this inverted. Just gonna label this. Okay, last minute for this M15. Looks like buyers are pushing this up. Just tell because the amount we're losing is increasing, not actually getting closer to break even. Just not enough volume. I'm probably going to get stopped out here, which is okay, but there's just not enough volume for me to want to take this long until we see like actual momentum stepping in. So I'm just watching the volume here, even though it's still lower than this candle that we have here. We're at point of control on the 30-second here. A bit of volume you can see on this candle here. Just let it climb up. Hopefully tap us for this previous day by area high. At midpoint of new day opening gap here as well. Interesting. Really nothing clear here, but I just love that we are trading a lot more disciplined at the moment. Typically that would be like a 5 or a 10 macro position. And I'll be down like 300 bucks in one idea. So being down 29, we can work with that. Waiting to see if some volume is going to start picking up here. Still wrestling at this midpoint, looks like. Last minute. I like watching paint dry right now, so apologies, not much else I can do. I'm not trying to force anything here, so just gotta be patient. It's part of trading, hard part. Sitting on your hands. I like that we're respecting this point. I'm gonna go in for a position here. We're respecting this midpoint, struggling to get above. I like seeing that. I just want to see more volume stepping in here. Stops at this high, so we're down around 50 bucks for the day. If we pierce this, we want to keep pushing higher. Still not much volume, as you can see here. I want to be on sort of these levels to the downside for us to really start adding in. So we see that, just keep everything as is. Especially when that flips bullish now too. M5 is about to close here. Yeah, it looks like we still want to push higher. We're gonna get out here. Not liking this. Take a $4 loss. Just got a message from I've got my 10-year high school reunion this Friday. That's crazy. Super slow one today. Longs are looking to make sense here now, so at least popping into this gap. Since you need to see what type of risk to reward it's going to be, go in, let's say here. Yeah, I typically look for like 1 to 3, so I don't think this is worth for me. It'd have to be a super tight stop, which I'm just not necessarily too convinced on, especially considering the top of new day opening gaps right here. See how much volume is coming into this candle here. Okay, fair bit of volume here. Don't mind that at all. Jumping back in. Stops at this high. Interesting, no closure above this high now. Just a wick. Body's pushing under, so we'll just have to wait and see. It's super slow. Sorry, there's not much going on here, guys. Feel like we could spill pretty aggressively from here. Struggling really to close above this point of control here now. We're at the top of new day opening gap. Okay, waiting for volume. Good reaction. Beautiful, there it is. That's what we were waiting for. Just want to see this hold. I don't want buyers to come push this all the way back up. We can take this low, which it looks like we can. All right, boom. We're in here, guys. This is what we were waiting for, man. There we go. There we go. Exactly that. And that's just the power of patience, man. Waiting for volume to step in, waiting at the right time. As soon as we see this, this is the key indicator. With the amount of volume that we've had so far, seeing that much step in there is like the little warning sign. Bang. Let's see how this wants to travel here. I don't know if there's been some news that's come out. No. No news. Nice closure below here. We just need to check on like an M2. But we've actually closed. Good amount of volume, more than the opening candle, which is good to see. Okay, interesting. Just need that closure below here. Whoa, we got it, but buyers are really fighting, so we could see this push back up too. Just gotta be mindful of that. Just trying to see on like a really micro time frame. Yeah, this gap is huge. Even on an M15 second, it's They're pretty present. I'm just trying to see. A lot of volume there. Something just came out on the news. The Fed rang the alarm about. Oh, okay. Expecting continuation here. If we take these lows, we should be okay. Just pretty much to break even if we see that. Now I just need to. So our stop should really be here at 29306. What is that? 306. Probably a little bit more than I would like. But again, we just want to use these volume levels as well. So all of this, there's liquidity for the market to go hunt. In these pockets up here, there's really nothing for the market to push for. So I think we go for here, man. Be down 300 on the day if it pushes all the way back up. But at least we got some protection. And then now we kind of just let the trade play out. See what it wants to do. Just watching this, using this shortest spot. So you can see here in this little pocket, we've got volume high here, volume high here, and this is like the lowest node. That's typically where I want to put stops to prevent the market from going back up to that point. But I would love to just see another displacing run to the downside from here. Spill, and then that's us done for today. A good trade so far. Just need to manage this well. Beautiful. Shift to an M1 now. Just keep it on an M1. It's going to give us the best time here. Alright, so we got the 4-hour busy here. I'm going to take a partial. I think that's what's been letting me down my trading at the moment. I'm just letting trades round trip on me far too much. So it's key level of interest here, this 4-hour busy. Take it sort of 4 or 5 points ahead. And that way, even if we spill past, we got previous day point of control resting right here. So if we still want to go long, I still think we'll go for these regions before we do so. But let's at least pay ourselves, right? You genuinely cannot go break taking partials, and that's just the best way to be. You might not get as much profit, but I just think it's in this industry where you just cannot predict even what's going to happen in the next 10 seconds. A bird in the hand is better than 2 in the brush, right? Try not to be greedy. Great displacements here. Approaching that 4-hour busy, so expecting a little bit of resistance coming up here. Also got semi-equal lows right here. 2, 5, 4. This could be mindful of that. Or around here. think for now we can afford to go break even. At least just mitigate the loss from before. If we get stopped out, then we'll just close out until 10 a.m. my time, which is 8 p.m. Just save the mental capital, really. What, since we're just running here, we might actually just work on making some music. I think that's something that I want to try and incorporate back in. We'll just see what this wants to do here with this little pullback. See how much volume is. Nowhere near as much as this. Bay area low is resting at about 278. So yeah, around this yellow line is interesting. Which is now turned resistance, maybe. Good old support and resistance. So we'll see if this wants to spill. Definitely looks like it wants to continue. We might actually add into this position here too. Just depending on what type of volume. So we add more volume than both of these up close candles right here. We just need a strong bearish closure. We're scaling. Not bad, to be honest. I'm going to drop into my 30. I love the M30, 30 second, I mean. Wait and see if we reject this. If so, we're going to scale in for 5 here. Take these highs, obviously just sit out and wait. It's super hard, like timing the scalings for when you're scaling in your positions. Typically, you want to use volume again to help with that. Ideally, I want to see like a bullish candle like this, but with a big wick and with volume stepping in. That's going to give me the green light to add into this short here. The greatest spot here. We are just going to take a little bit of a loss here. I think that's worth to at least protect all this. Decent volume, and now we're just looking for a crazy amount. Similar to this here. Either with a reversal candle or with it closing bearish. But we're starting to see some volume here, so we're getting ready. Want this volume to be higher than this previous candle, which it looks like we're going to get. Just wait for this closure now. Alright, we're adding in. See where our target is for the day. Let's see if we can spill past this busy. This 4-hour level. It's a good add here. Again, just using volume really to determine where we're getting in and out. We move break even here. We should be back to break even for the day. And again, I'm just going to lock myself out if we come back up. We hold and we can just spill to the downside now. So while that's doing its thing, there's not much I can do to control it. So let's be a little bit productive and jump into some beat making. Later, they get a new card on here. I'm trying to make some like soul boom bappy type stuff. Hopefully you guys can actually hear this. Let me make sure this isn't too loud. Let me see. It help if my headphones are on so I can actually hear this. There we go. Still can't hear anything. Oh, there we go. Nice. I like that beat already. Cool. Let's come to FL. Check out trade. Oh, it's pushing back. What's this? Okay. I'll just watch this for a little bit, see if we can push back down into these spots here. Still a massive gap in here. Price to go here. I like the volume actually isn't too high on this candle that's reversed here. And this is pretty similar as well. So would love to see this turn around from here, but if not, it is what it is. VWAP is resting right here. Okay. Just gotta focus up for a bit here. I do. Come on, sellers. Don't like to stop being so close to VWAP. I don't like that at all. What's that? 170. Bit too much risk. Take a $200 loss if that's the case. See where we close here on the same one. It's not too much volume so far. Pretty slow morning here. Okay, jump back in here. Let's see this respected. Blood to the downside with some sellers, and then we'll scale in for our last 5 here. Want to try get out of this busy just in case we want to bounce back. Feel like we might break through, but yeah, nice. Good sell off here. Just want us to push lower than here. Okay. Might be no buenos here. Taking these highs, respected this. If we can push to this low, I think we should be okay. Okay, tapped in. Oh, I just realized we got a bit of a loss actually, so we're gonna need a little bit more. My control has shifted. Struggling to make a decision whether we want to go up or down. Yeah. Let's go sellers. Come on. There we go. There we go. Not a bad spot to add in for final 5 here too. Just seeing the volume pick up. Beautiful. All right, last 5. Ups at these highs. Still have this gap above us, so looking like it might be break even here. We have scaled in pretty aggressively. I mean, our entry was pretty good up here, right? But just wait and see. So fully break even here, and again, we'll just lock ourselves out if it wants to come back. But hopefully we can spill and focus on that 4-hour BC now. I guess not. 2 M3. High time frames are looking okay. I've respected this though, this volume imbalance, which we don't want to see. Oh, just kidding. Just past it now. So hopefully that gives us enough juice to just spill here. Let's get back to this beat making. Get back to it. Okay. Yeah. Right. I actually like this setup. I've never had my FL Studio set up like this, but this kind of looks sick. 115. Okay. That's very loud. Would help being on the actual right track here. If it's too loud, just let me know, guys. I can't actually. I think that should be okay. Okay. There's a sample that we're rocking with. Beautiful stuff. Having some nice music in the back. Oh, I just realized that the music that I'm playing is probably clashing with what's coming through. I just realized. Nice. We're just gonna adjust our stops here. So up 200 if it wants to come reverse on us. Ideally, we just hit our TP for today. Would be brilliant. But let's add some drums to this, man. None of these claps are really it, to be honest. Maybe a snare would be a bit better. Something clean. Yeah. Bit too quick. You can just copy and paste that. That's cool. That's some kicks. This is the nice one. I like this. Nice. Is that drums? We chuck some hi-hats on that. Some tight hats. We can like either roll it. But I think it's probably gonna be a bit too much for it. Cause boom bap, you kinda just wanna like leave it open. We'll check the chart. I don't mind that. We can try and like just bring it all together so it's a little bit more. Add that swing just so it like fits in that groove a little bit more. Check the charts. Very close here. I'm just gonna adjust again. Switching volume here. If we see a crazy amount of push to the upside, then we'll get out, I reckon. I don't mind this, and then there's like a little gap, little space. And then literally just repeat everything and it starts back up again. I don't mind this, hey. And just EQ these hats a little bit, it's a little bit rough. Take out there. Get rid of all this low end. You just want the highs. Sounds a bit better in the ears now. Hopefully it's not too loud. Yeah. Nice little rim shot too. Shift this a little bit too. It's a little bit too on beat. Nice. Put some open hats in there. Nice. This is a tough beat, I'm not gonna lie. That's chuck a little loop in there and just put this in the background. Turn this volume down a little bit. And we can just sort of fade the stereo too. So if you have headphones on, it'll come from left and then go to right. Nice. And add this like little rise up just to get into the drum bit. Nice. I'm happy it is. It's just like a simple little boom bap beat. I'm not confident enough to freestyle just yet while I'm live, but maybe one day we'll get there. My headphones are low too, they keep turning off. Interesting, hey. Might keep the DP here. I like this beat a lot, I'm not gonna lie. So I think the only thing to do is just like, because it's happening every 4, it can be a bit repetitive. So the main thing now is just like changing up the drums, extending this pattern to like 8 and just like playing around with it. But it's a good foundation, I don't mind it. M-A-Q. M-A-Q. Yeah, but trading on the charts, but I never want to look back. I don't like all of the odds. I don't want to play my part. I just want to hold this thought. Look, 25 micros on in positions. Every time I want to get it back in conditions. Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna save that as MNQ. And we can probably just work on this live, like every morning. Just come make the beat a little bit better, make a track out of it. But yeah, all in all, pretty good position here. I might consider, what's the time? It's almost 9 o'clock, so just got to be careful of that too. Usually 9's that reversal time frame. So hopefully if we can spill down to here before 9 and then push back up, be done for the day. But I think even taking 1,000 and then looking for the 500 a little bit later isn't a bad call either. So just wait and see what the market wants to do here. Nice spill down, as we can see. So I think at least fill this gap or go for previous day point of control is looking likely, but let's wait and see. Good morning today then. Very, very good morning. Not liking the ability to come back up. Again, we're not seeing like too much crazy orders into the rest for now, but option above this point, which is at like should I yikes. Strong pushback here, man. And volume step. I just don't like that. It stops that point of control. That high. There we go. Can we push past here though is the question. Okay, looking likely. Last few minutes here. So by like 58, I think we'll start scaling out of the position, just in case it wants to reverse on us. Just in case. Nice tap on the point of control here. Hopefully we just spill past here now. Don't do it to him, man. Don't do it to him. Oh, surely not. Surely not. Chill. Man, that's so rough. So rough. All of that time, man. We got so close. We're back at point of control though. I'm just gonna wait because we are pretty close to 9. There's not much point jumping back into a position here. We could blast through all of this and again go for this previous day very area high. So just gotta be mindful of all of that. At least we're up sort of 230 here now. Like we're taking out these lows. Got this gap in here too as well. So okay, looks like we sellers might start popping back in here. Still respecting this point of control. A value area high resting right here. So that's probably a better entry for us anyway. So ideally we want this to push past all of this, take out the liquidity and then look to spill lower. That's crazy. That high should have been kept intact. How it looked like that, respecting this, so much volume stepping into. That's crazy. So the fact that we're above this doesn't actually give me a lot of hope for push back to the downside. Let's wait and see. Really fill this gap, right? So 9 o'clock approaching here, I'm not going to do too much. Well, that's the lesson, I think, for me. So there's 9 a.m. Because it pushed up, it could be a reversal back to the downside now, coming at 9. Just check what the, yeah, okay. Still looking pretty bearish here. Jump back in. Sucks for our original position, but cool. Going back with the 1 micro. Alright, nice. Nice. Okay, definitely want to spill here. Okay, nice. Still pushing lower. Do we need to be 1.2, right? So we're going to aim for a previous state point of control here. Ideally, we just blast through this 4-hour busy. And we're good to go. Chatted with this group chat, man. Funny as. Alright, see if we hold here. Okay. Yeah, we still do have this hourly gap right here at 279. So yeah, around that yellow line. Okay, it is already filled on all these time frames though, that's the only thing. Alright, pushing up into this hourly. VWAP resting right here, hourly level. Support beforehand. Now resistance is a key level. So might not even make it. We take this low, close below here, yeah. A solid push. A fair bit of risk on the table now. For 1, 3 essentially around here. Big risk on the line here. We could still push back up. Tap this early level, but if we can take this low, I think we should be right to spill lower here. Okay, nice. Good push down. Just need that volume's picking up, which is good to see. Wow, bounce right back up. I'll need a bounce in probably about 20. Up city at the moment. Whoa. No way, dude. No way. That's insane. That is insane. Alright, there's the hourly tab, dude. Alright, far out, man. Should have just taken the 1000 here. Dude. That's some roughness. Anyway, it is what it is. Apart from that, I'm happy with that session, to be honest. I'm very happy with that. So it is what it is. Take care, guys. See if we